And I showed my mum and I said, "Mum, I told you so." I told you I was going to be in this magazine. It was very challenging for me actually when I was traveling. I started modeling when I was 16, but I was in theatre school for a very long time, since I was 10 years old. I was on stage and somebody scouted me and said, "We really want you to be a model." And I was 13 at the time and I was like, "No, I don't want to be a model, you know?" And then people kept scouting me and coming up to me in the street and saying, "We really want you on our books. We think you'll be an incredible model." And I really didn't want to be a model. But at one point, I just thought, you know what? I might as well do it, because I got offered a contract in China. And I just came home from college one day and I said to my parents, "I'm going to go to China." And they were like, "What?" I didn't even have a passport at the time. I'd never left the country. I was at the dentist with my mum and there was a Vogue magazine and I must have been about 10. And I opened it and I saw this beautiful editorial of this girl and she was just sitting in the forest with this beautiful dress, and I looked at that and I said, "Mummy, I want to be in this magazine when I grow up." And I was like, "I'm going to be in this magazine." She was like, "Okay," you know, like dreamer. And I was like, "No, Mummy, I'm going to be in this magazine." And when I started traveling at 17, I was in Vogue within 2 years, a 6-page cover of Vogue. And I showed my mum and I said, "Mum, I told you so." I told you I was going to be in this magazine. It was very challenging for me actually when I was traveling. I was quite naive, being very protected from the world, to kind of being thrown into the ocean, you know, like a tiny pond into a big ocean full of sharks. And I was vulnerable and I didn't understand that people could be so bad, you know? So I did fall into a few difficult, challenging situations. I managed to come out of it stronger. And it's a lesson. It's taught me a lot about life. And I have a daughter, she's 5, so I'm very, very protective over her now. You know, it was a good lesson for me.